I lived in a small city near the sea with my mother and father. Life was simple. My father fixed old boats at the harbor. My mother sold vegetables at the morning market. We didn't have much, but we laughed often, especially during dinner. My favorite place was my uncle's animal center. He helps animals that were sick or injured. Every day after school, I went there to help clean, feed, or just sit with the animals. That's where I met Nero, a quiet and powerful leopard. He had golden eyes and smooth, spotted fur. He was strong but calm. Most people were afraid of him, but I wasn't. I liked to sit near his cage and draw him. I talked to him too. One day, I want to see the world, I told him. Do you think the world is big or small? He didn't answer. Of course, but sometimes he blinked slowly, as if he understood. One afternoon, my uncle came home with news. We are moving, he said. I got a job on a ship going to another country. We leave in 3 days. I was shocked. But what about the animals? They are coming too. It's a big ship. We will all start a new life. I didn't want to leave my home, my school, or my friends, but I was only 14. I didn't have a choice. I packed my small bag. My mother gave me her scarf and a picture of us together. Be strong, my son, she said, hugging me tightly. No matter where you go, you carry us in your heart. The ship was huge, full of noise, metal, and strange smells. It carried machines, food, and some animals from my uncle's center. Nero was locked inside a strong cage near the back. I spent time with him every day. I cleaned near his area and gave him water. I told him stories about my town, my dreams, and my fears. The sea around us stretched forever, like a moving sky. It was beautiful, but also a little scary. At night, I lay in my small room, listening to the hum of the engine and the soft splash of waves. Maybe this trip will bring something new, I wrote in my notebook. Maybe this is the start of my real story. On the seventh night, the sky turned black. Rain poured down, the ship rocked hard from side to side. People shouted. Things fell. My uncle yelled something, but I couldn't hear him. Then I heard a loud crash, metal ripping, wood breaking, animals crying. I ran to find Nero. His cage had tipped. Water rushed into the lower deck. The ship was sinking fast. A wave knocked me off my feet. I fell, hit my head, and everything went dark. I woke up in a lifeboat, floating on the ocean. My head hurt, my clothes were wet. I was alone, or so I thought. Nero was at the other end of the boat. His cage was broken. He sat still, wet and quiet, staring at the endless water. I froze. What if he attacked me? But he didn't. He looked as lost as I felt. We stayed silent. We were two souls, one boy, one beast, alone on a sea that stretched to forever. In the lifeboat, I found a small box with emergency food, dry biscuits, a few bottles of water, and a fishing hook. I was careful. I ate little and gave Nero some small fish I caught. We stayed on opposite sides. I didn't look him in the eyes too long. I moved slowly. I remembered what my uncle once said. Even wild animals respect calm hearts. Every morning, I cleaned the boats. I kept busy. I talked to Nero when I was scared. You miss land, don't you? I wonder if anyone is looking for us. Sometimes I imagined Nero talked back. We survive. That's enough. I pictured him saying. The days were hot. My skin burned under the sun. I used my mother's scarf to cover my face. The nights were cold. I shivered and wrapped myself in a thin blanket. One day, a group of flying fish jumped into the boat. Nero watched with bright eyes. I cut a few and shared them. He didn't growl. He ate slowly, calmly. Another day, I saw a giant whale swim under us. It was peaceful, like a moving mountain. The sea is big, I whispered, but it's not empty. We saw sunsets that looked like fire. We saw stars so bright they lit the whole sky. I started writing stories in my notebook, using simple words, drawing the sea, Nero, and the sky. After many days, I didn't know how many dark clouds returned. The storm was smaller than the first, but it was still strong. Waves crashed, rain poured, the boat shook. I held onto the rope tightly. Nero growled, low and deep. Water splashed into the boat. The bags of food slid. I grabbed it, but half of it fell into the sea. I cried. For the first time in days, I cried like a child. Nero didn't move closer, but he watched me, calm, steady. In the morning, the sky cleared. I sat, tired and hungry. I looked at Nero. "We made it again," I said. He blinked once, slowly. A few days later, I saw birds flying, then green trees, land. My heart jumped. I stood up, waving my hands. "Look, Nero, it's land." As we got closer, I saw a sandy beach, coconut trees, and smoke in the distance. Maybe from a village. When the boat touched shore, I stepped out. My feet sank into warm sand. Nero stayed in the boat. Then, slowly, he walked out. He looked around. We stood there, boy and leopard, together one last time. Then he turned and walked into the forest. He didn't look back, and I didn't stop him. The village people found me. They gave me water, food, and warm clothes. A few days later, someone from the coast guard came. Then a woman in a yellow dress ran to me. It was my mother. We both cried. I showed her my notebook full of drawings and stories. She held it close like it was treasure. "You came back different," she said. "You came back stronger." Now, years later, I tell this story to others. People ask, "Was the leopard real?" I always smile. Yes and no. He was real in the boat, but maybe he was also the part of me that didn't give up. The ocean taught me many things. You can feel alone, but still survive. You can be scared, but still move forward. And sometimes, your greatest teacher comes in the shape of silence, fur, and golden eyes.